Good morning. Yeah. Somebody else does that line. Good morning. I don't know. I'm sure it'll come to me one of these days. We're in Iowa. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. William's feeling good. I have dealt with rain for 3 days. In fact, last night I stayed at a Horizon lot. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. They're one of their main lots where they have their. In fact, I think that's where I know that is. That's where I actually had our orientation class. The second day was at that Horizon lot. I'm sure you guys probably go to that same one, I'm thinking. But I spent the night there last night, and it rained. It rained, and it rained, and it rained. It was actually kind of nice because it helped me sleep. I was back here, and the rain beating on the top of the truck, it just put me right to sleep. I slept pretty good. Got up early, got hooked up, got on the road. We're en route. This is our last load for the year. Kind of a sentimental feeling, right? Another thing that's kind of weird is I picked this up from the Horizon lot, and I know we do that from time to time, but when I keep hearing from Horizon transporters telling me they got no work, nothing on their load board, and then I just picked one up. I know 2 other guys that just picked them up. Plus I know another guy that just did like 3 reloads that were all Horizon jobs. So Horizon guys, I don't know if you guys got a shortage of people over there or what's going on, but I thought that was kind of weird that we're grabbing your loads, trying to learn this business and learn everything, how it all works is, kind of hard sometimes, but I just thought I'd throw that in there, that I'm working, I've been working. The guy that left a comment yesterday saying that he was working, he did this in 2023 and there was no work. He was lucky if there was 20 loads on the load board. I'm telling you, all summer long, it was anywhere between 400 to 600 loads all summer long. But also, 2023 was when everybody was having a supply shortage. So it probably wasn't that they didn't want to work. And I know people were buying every unit that came into the RV stores. So it wasn't the RV transport companies. It was they just didn't have the product because of, COVID and all that type of stuff is why 2023 was bad. I mean, there's no guarantees in this business, guys. I had a great year. In fact, there's another comment that we got today on the newest video I just put out when I talked about the dollar amount that I should get at the end of the year. And one of the guys, they don't really give me a name on this. It just says at 74. Looks like it's FILL9, left a comment, and he was talking about he just delivered his 61st load and that he's only at 53K earned. Mine was all, I went out west. Most of my loads are out west. When I'm looking for a load, I'm looking for the farthest distance, lightest trailer paying the most. And I don't even look for the lightest trailer anymore because over the 10.5 months, I've learned that these 30-foot travel trailers sometimes give me better fuel mileage than those little 24s and 26-foot. I think it's because they get blew around or whatever all the time. I'm not quite sure what makes that difference, but I can haul a 30-foot travel trailer and get better fuel mileage than I can the shorter ones. Maybe it's this truck, this 1-ton dually, I don't know. The fifth wheels, I used to go with those travel trailers when I first started this out, but if I can get those Cougar fifth wheels, I get 12 miles per gallon all the time with those things. So it's not always the lightest load. It's the load that I've learned that works the best with this truck. And the farthest miles paying the most amount of money. And all summer long, it paid $1.95 per mile. But fuel was $1 something per gallon more. So I guarantee you, me being out this winter has made more profit. I've watched my profit go way up compared to what it was earlier in the year when I was, doing those hard miles and paying that high fuel price. So I'm sure that's what had something to do with why our numbers are so big. I will show it at the end of the year because, pretty much all you got to do, it's right in your app, guys. When you go to work for Wave, it'll show you all the miles you put on. And those miles are hauling miles, so you can pretty much double them. I'm at almost 55,000. I put 150,000 miles on this year. I'm sure at least 100,000 of it was, I don't even know, I can't guarantee say that, but I'm pretty sure I put 100,000 miles on with this lifestyle and this job, just for this job, with backhauls and I didn't do a whole lot of backhauls, but I did end the job in Colorado or close to Colorado, and then I would drive from Colorado to Indiana, grab a load and take it down to Alabama, and then hang out at Alabama. So I had a lot of, deadhead miles from Colorado to Indiana. It's like 15 and a half hours on a good day, 1,000 miles probably. So, you can add up those miles right there. I did that a lot, but I did get a lot of backloads or reloads, let's get that right, reloads out west. So, I was always adding to my money pot. But those numbers are right. I mean, just by when I look on the app right now, it shows that $94,000 when I add up what they paid me and then add that $1,500 that they took out of my money this year for my damage deposit if I get in an accident. It kind of sucks because if you don't get in an accident ever or for years, that money's just sitting out there. I don't think it's building any interest. I think Wave needs to put that into some kind of something where it's building interest for us drivers if that money's sitting out there for years and years. Just my opinion. It would be a great little thing because a guy could work here for 10 years, quit, and then that $1,500 could have turned into a chunk of money, right? So that's something to think about. But if you add those numbers up, that gets me to that $95,000 plus what I still got to get paid for this load. This is an $1,800 and some dollar delivery. It is load 56, so it is 56. We are looking at like 95,000 build and 65,000 after hotels, fuel expenses, stuff like that. There's no, there's no mileage, extra mileage, deadhead mileage deduct. There's no wear and tear, depreciation, what you can do on the vehicle, none of that. All the things, the per diem that people talk about now that I've never dealt with before, that, I got 100 and some days, 130 days in this vehicle that I should bill. I'm not quite sure how that works, but we'll figure that out when it comes to tax times. No, I did not, walk away with $65,000 in my pocket, but I was able to make a truck payment every month, and this truck is way under $50,000 now, so it's probably, I could probably break even on it right now with the shape it's in and the miles it's on. So that's a good thing compared to a year ago when I felt like I was upside down on this thing. So you guys that say, hey, William, you're wearing out a truck. Well, a year ago, I owed a lot more money on this truck. I felt like I owed more on it than I could sell it for, especially with the market dropping and everything. But now with all the add-ons and everything, and guys always trying to get into this work, I could probably sell this thing and break even and not be upside down. Plus this job helped me pay for this truck that was just sitting in a driveway not getting used because we were running the Jeep all the time. So I look at things a little different than other people do. Yes, I got a truck that's not brand new anymore, but you know what? This truck, I know its issues. I've learned a lot about it. I feel more comfortable in this truck now after all these miles and what I've done and what it's capable of, and know the things that are going to go bad on it. So that's all good. But other than that, this is what we got. I would have never come out of this cool bed if it wouldn't have been for RV transport. I love this thing. If I ever get out of RV transport and I'm still traveling with a truck and hauling my fifth wheel and doing stuff like that, I'm always going to have some kind of bed in the back of it like that. It is nice to just, you're tired after driving all day, you pull right in. I pop the seats, I drop it, pop them. I drop my window covers in. You guys are talking like less than 5 minutes, and I'm crawled up in their bed like I did last night, and I was out. And if the weather is in this, 30s to 60 degrees, I don't need no air, I don't need no heat, I don't need anything. I can just take the blankets off or put the blankets on, and I'm super comfortable. So, I don't know. It's the beginning of this trip. I did not walk around it. I did not show any video of the yard picking this thing up because it was a monsoon. when I got done hooking that trailer up, I was soaking wet. I had to change my shirt, my clothes, my rain jacket. I mean, my rain jacket felt like I could wring it out, and it was a rain jacket. That's how bad it rained there. And my shoes were, I put on my hiking boots, and they were just, my feet were wet. I switched over to my sneakers, and it was bad. It was bad, but I got the trailer. This thing is big. I'll try to get, I'm going to run out of time today, so I'm going to be probably in a rest area before dark. So I'll walk around and show you this unit. I've never hauled, I don't think I've ever hauled this one before. It's a 37-foot travel trailer, and it's a toy hauler. And you can see how much I'm bouncing. On this road, this thing is giving me a little bit of a ride today. This thing, there's a little bit of crosswind out here, a little bit of breeze. The sun is out now, the rain's gone, but I am getting bounced around by this unit. I've even played with my chains on it. I put it in my best position, my favorite position, and then I redid it, and it made it worse. And the last time I stopped to get fuel, I put it back where it was. I mean, I know this road has a lot of bouncing in it, but I'm really feeling it hauling this 37-foot toy hauler travel trailer. So it's about the only thing. Fuel mileage is about 9.5, so that's dropped quite a bit, but there's a breeze out here, and this thing's big. I think it weighs, I mean, it's GVW. I mean, it's when it's fully loaded, is just under the 26,000 pounds with this truck, so it's the most I can haul. But I think that it's like 8,000 pounds empty right now. I think that's what it is, something like that. Somewhere in that area. Maybe it might be a little higher than that. It might be closer to 9,000 pounds. So. But other than that, this is what we got going. I mean, what do you guys think of this whole RV transport videos for the year? I did not expect to get as many people, as this many subscribers, and meet so many people on the road. I mean, I just threw this out there for guys that were, trying to make a living after getting out in full-time RV life, and the prices and everything doubling. I mean, when I watch YouTube and I let them talk me into this lifestyle. In my mind, when I sold it to Robin, I sold it how cheap it was going to be, but it's not cheap. It's only cheap if you want to rough it all the time, and you want to keep loading your water and dumping your thing and moving your stuff around every 14 days for these free places and stuff like that. Then you can do it cheap, but then you're not really living life. So why bother doing that unless that's the lifestyle you want? Maybe that is living life for you, getting away from people, not dealing with anything, totally off grid. Some people, that's what they love. Me, I want to see everything. I want to do everything. I want to experience everything. So that's not quite what I want to do. I don't want to, well, I can't take a shower today because we're out of water. I want to be able to take a shower, things like that. I don't want to hook this thing up and take it somewhere to dump it. So that's a little bit different from the lifestyle that I wanted. So some of you guys are going to be out there and you're going to love that, and it's going to be great for you, but that's not what I wanted. And when you travel around with this big expensive Riverstone and you're parking it in places, and if you're not getting a long-term spot and you're staying in these RV resorts and shit like that at $100 and some a night, yeah, you can live in a stick house for a lot less money. Plus you can sell the stick house for a profit. When an RV, you're going to sell for a loss. So I like to throw that stuff out there, so when you get into this, you're fully aware of what you're doing, and you know it, and you're okay with it. And I think we're just going to wait and see what else happens today, and then we're going to throw it in this video. It's going to be the final RV transporter video for 2024. And 2025 is going to be a whole new year. We're going to experience some new stuff, try some new things, and get with the people that I've talked to every day, and try to hang out with some of them a little bit and do some videos with them if they're up for it, and just try to take this experience to the next level. At least that's what the plan is. So this little segment is for the people that are new to RV transport and working for Wave. If you ever go into the load board and it won't let you look at the load board, that means you have a problem at the office that you're going to need to take care of. And it could be for logs, it could be for vehicle registration. I don't know, it could be for lots of different things. And that happened to me today. So I thought I would show you what this looks like. Let's wait until I can get over because somebody wants to cut me off because I got to get around the big guy with the trailer right away and don't realize what they do. But if you open your load board, this comes across, usually down below there it'll say what the problem is. Mine says vehicle registration expiring. So, but me and Robin are always on top of that stuff. She already got that taken care of a while back. And I also sent them copies of that registration. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because it's the holidays and limited staff in the office. So maybe that's why it hasn't gotten taken care of. So we'll let that slide. Also, today's only the 28th. Monday's still the it's still this month. So you would think that if they were going to lock me out, they wouldn't lock me out until Monday night, not Saturday. So that's weird. Also, I don't know why you just can't upload this stuff right through the app. This app does all this other kind of stuff, and I've worked with a lot of other companies and a lot of other apps where paperwork and stuff like that, you can upload it right through the app. So I wish it would just pop up and say your vehicle registration's expired. You click on a link, go in there, and you upload the paperwork. This way, in your mind, you know you've done everything on your end. Just because I email it to my dispatcher, she's a very busy person and has a lot of emails to go through, you know, it might not have got handled that way. So then I emailed it to the email that they gave me, and that might not have worked. So then I called the office, and she gave me another email address to email it to. And this was all the beginning. This was the beginning of last week. And I'm still locked out of the load board now. And this happens to a lot of guys about lots of different things. Usually it's a logbook problem, something like that. You screwed your logs up too many times and you're getting called in for a timeout. So, I mean, but that's how they do that. That's how they bring it to your attention because they figure you're going to go look at the load board. You're going to know there's a problem. You're going to call in and get it taken care of. So on Monday, you know what I'm going to be doing? I'm going to be calling in and getting this taken care of. Also, tonight, I'm going to send a copy of my registration to everybody's email again to see if somebody gets it put where it needs to be, and they'll get it taken care of before I even call them on Monday. That's what I'm hoping. But still a holiday weekend. It might be limited staff, so it might not get taken care of till the following week. But I thought I'd throw this in the video because, you know, trying to give you everything you need to know out there. So if you're driving down the road and you can't look at the load board, it'll probably tell you why, and you got a problem. A lot of times you can just call in and get it taken care of. I've had some logs or something that weren't signed or something one time. I don't remember what it was, but I called in and we got it taken care of, and she hit me right back over to dispatch, and dispatch gave me my load. But at that time, I found out through my dispatcher that she couldn't give me a load because I had a problem. Because I never even looked at the load board. If I'd have looked at the load board, I'd have probably known before I even called in. So just a little information I thought I'd throw in the video. Let's get back to driving. We got 6 more hours of driving, and then we can have 10-hour downtime. You know how I feel about the 10-hour downtime. But I guess I'm going to work on a video and upload it to YouTube in my 10 hours. See, if you do this job, you could actually have a part-time job on the side that you could do on your computer when you're sitting in there for your 10 hours. So think of that. Another way to make money. Well, every time I think I'm going to get here before it gets dark, it doesn't happen, does it? You know how loud it is here? It's crazy loud here. But we're in Nebraska, and this is the unit, if you can see it here. It's an Ozark, and it's a big pig. And believe it or not, it handles the worst out of anything I've ever hauled. So I don't know if it's just this one. So any of you guys have hauled this thing? How's it done for you? Because this one hauls like crap. I have played with my chain links to change the pressure and stuff on the hitch, and it's just, nothing makes any difference. It hauls like crap. So, I mean, it's crazy, but this is where we're at, Nebraska, Grand Island. This is home for the night. So I thought I'd show you this real quick, if you can even hear me. Thank God I got a loud ass fan machine so that I can stick it right by my ear tonight. But this is a toy hauler. Maybe that's why this thing handles like crap. I've only hauled like 3 toy haulers, so maybe that's the whole deal. The toy hauler itself is why it kind of handles bad. Maybe if you had some weight in the back of it, that'd make the difference, you know? But yeah, this place is loud. But I'm gonna pull up farther since this other guy left. Tomorrow, we'll get to Colorado. Can't deliver it till Monday. I'm ready for some time to be off. I think I'm a little burned out. I've been going, what, all of November? Yeah, all of November. December. Yeah, I'm over it. I'm ready for some time off. Well, let's pull down here. So maybe I'll have less guys squeezing into me. Maybe this guy will leave before I even go to bed, and then I'll just pull up to that last spot so it's easy to get out. I usually park over there, but there was a car in my spot, and it's a little quieter over there, and that's where I was going to go, but this thing's too long. I can't get in there, so this will work. And I got a trash can right here to get rid of all my trash, so this will work out perfect. And that'll give me enough room to kick out. But that's probably going to be the end of this video, guys. This will be 56 in the book.